Hello there guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Firstly, I just wanted to say a happy new year, and I hope you've had a good time over the festive period and you're excited for the coming months ahead. In today's video, I want to go over my rough predictions for major Star Wars gaming news and events for this year. 2021 started off strong in January and February, with March to July being very quiet, before August through to December was very strong once again. This year I think things will be even better than last year, so I want to go over why I think that's the case with some predictions for the next 12 months. Like last year, I think January and February will be really good months for Star Wars gamers. I can't imagine we'll see any more game announcements until Star Wars Celebration. However, I think LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga might see the beginning of a marketing push due to its release in spring 2022, so perhaps we might get a little trailer of some kind that also reveals the exact release date for the game. I'm not bothered about getting another trailer, but I wouldn't be too surprised if we got a release date at some point, assuming that it doesn't get pushed back again. With Star Wars Hunters currently in soft launch, I'd also very much expect to see news for that on a regular basis. In December it got a content update that added a new progression system, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a couple more updates in January and February, with a release date being confirmed as well. Soft launches for games typically last a few weeks to a couple months, and obviously for Hunters it's going to be a little bit more than that, but I imagine that it will fully release towards the end of February or the beginning of March. LEGO Star Wars will probably release at some point in May or June, so I don't think they'd really want to release two of their biggest games of the year around the same time, and I can't see Hunters waiting all the way until the end of 2022 for release. The end of February or March therefore seems like a reasonable guess, but we'll just have to wait and see. LEGO Star Wars Battles and Castaways will also be receiving new content this year, and I imagine that they will get content for a good few years, so they'll probably be updated every 2 to 3 months with fresh new content and experiences. For Battles, I really want to see a clan system so that we could potentially do clan wars. We'll also get the usual stuff like new units and maps as well, but a clan system would definitely bring me back to playing. As for LEGO Star Wars Castaways, we know that they're focusing on adding to the current progression systems and whatnot, so I look forward to seeing what they do there, but then throughout the year I imagine we'll see a bunch of new maps, modes and potentially story content as well. So far the game only focuses on the original trilogy, but Gameloft Montreal, who developed the game, has confirmed that they want to explore other parts of the Star Wars timeline, so I think it's safe to expect some prequel and sequel content at some point. Galaxy of Heroes will likely have a pretty normal year where they add new characters every now and then. My assumption is that they'll have a big year due to adding characters from the Book of Boba Fett, Kenobi, Bad Batch Season 2, Andor, and maybe others as well, but I can't really imagine much else. There will likely be a lot more features and changes added to the game, but I don't play the game enough to fully understand it or have the desire for new stuff beyond new characters. To summarise, January and February will likely be filled with Hunters and LEGO Star Wars news, with Battles, Castaways and Galaxy of Heroes getting content throughout the year. March and April I imagine will be very similar again, but at this point I would imagine that Star Wars Hunters will have released worldwide, so we'll potentially be getting monthly content updates for that, with new customization options, game modes, Hunters and new features. Obviously we won't get all of that every month, and we don't even know if we'll be getting monthly updates anyway, so we'll just have to wait and see, but either way I would assume that content updates would then be a regular thing for hopefully years to come. With Star Wars Celebration being in May, I therefore can't see any announcements at the start of the year, so Hunters and LEGO Star Wars should have a lot of breathing room before May. May will no doubt be a very big month. I think LEGO Star Wars will release towards the start of the month, with other games potentially having an event of some kind to celebrate May 4th, but I still can't see any big news beyond that. Star Wars Celebration begins on the 26th and ends on the 29th of May, and it will no doubt be a huge event for all fans of Star Wars, as we'll likely get tons of trailers and announcements for film and TV, as well as games and much more. Obviously I'm only going to be focusing on games, so I won't go into all of it. Based on what EA Star Wars said last July about them celebrating plans for Star Wars next year, I think it's safe to assume that they'll show up in Force Celebration in May. My expectation is that Jedi Fallen Order 2 will be their biggest thing, with EA releasing a cinematic trailer for it, along with a release date for later in the year. It wouldn't surprise me if EA spoke about another 1 or 2 games for the years to come, but I can't see them showing off anything beyond maybe a piece of concept art. I'd also expect another game announcement or 2 from other developers, but I think that could potentially be pushing it a bit. In 2021 we had 3 games that got announced that likely won't release until 2024 at the earliest, so maybe we'll get more announcements like that, or maybe we won't get any more announcements for a while. So Celebration will be huge for gamers, I'm sure, but then we'll have E3 in June, which could possibly give us more. I'm not really expecting to hear anything from Ubisoft, Eclipse or KOTOR for a few years, but again, maybe we'll get another announcement. E3 last year didn't give us anything, so to be fair, there's no reason why that can't or won't happen again. EA Play Live will probably be in July again, so assuming that Fallen Order 2 was revealed in May at Celebration, I imagine we'd then get gameplay for the game, very much like what they did for Fallen Order in 2019. Opening Night Live is in August, but honestly I can't see much happening there or for the rest of the year's events. Whilst Lucasfilm Games are no doubt going to be releasing a ton of Star Wars games over the coming years, I can't imagine they'll keep announcing things all the time. Like I said not too long ago, I can't imagine we'll see or hear anything about KOTOR, Eclipse or the Ubisoft game for a while, so it may be a case of Hunters updates being the big thing towards the end of the year, with Jedi Fallen Order 2 potentially releasing in November. Maybe we will get another announcement or two in the later stages of this year, but I'm certainly not going to go around expecting it. I believe that Celebration in May will get a few announcements for us, potentially something again from ILM X Labs as Tales from the Galaxy's Edge is now finished, but beyond that I can't see this year being too big for game announcements, as game releases and updates will likely be the bigger focus this year, as we didn't have many of them in 2021, but we'll just have to wait and see. To summarise then, I expect Hunters to release in late February or early March, with content updates throughout the year and beyond, with LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga then potentially releasing in early May or June. Fallen Order 2 I imagine will then be revealed at Celebration, along with another VR game from ILM X Labs, with gameplay of Fallen Order 2 at EA Play Live for a November release. Other games like Galaxy of Heroes, LEGO Star Wars Battles and LEGO Star Wars Castaways will probably get regular updates as well, but that'll probably be it for 2022, as well as maybe another 2 or 3 announcements. Hopefully we'll get a lot more than what I've predicted, but I just wanted to try and be a little bit realistic. Let me know in the comments what you think is in store for Star Wars gaming this year in the comments below. That is it from me today though guys, thank you all very much for watching and may the force be with you always.